Thanks for stopping by. I'm Jerrel from Sungrand, the developer of the Silver Falls games. Today in this video, I'll be sharing some tips and tricks on getting started with Guardians and Metal Exterminators. This is a game that launched last year, but due to various issues, both technical and in terms of paperwork, the game was delisted for quite a few months. So luckily, the game has been relisted and we have a significant update which massively improves the game and brings in some new content as well. So before we get started with the actual game, I'm actually going to use the code linker, and I'm going to bring in a character, or is it a character, from Why Inside It's Umbra. Why Inside It's Umbra is our exclusive Wii U title that launched on the Wii U eShop in North America just last week. I'm going to press the B button on the controller and bring up the menu for the code linker. Now I've got my gamepad here set up to generate my key code for me. So what I want to do is click on Enter Key Code just here. So we see the instruction that says, enter this in another Silver Falls title to make a key code. I'm going to enter this. This is not privacy sensitive, so it doesn't matter. Also, the code won't work for you. You'll have to do the code linker yourself. So we have YLXYW. All right. And now, Why Inside It's Umbra has given me a yellow key code. So I'm going to click on Start here. And it says, enter the key code made by another Silver Falls title. So Why Inside It's Umbra has made a code for me, and that is TCUCC for me. So I'll go ahead and enter that in here. Part of my screen's getting blocked here. TCUCC. I'll go ahead and hit that. Oh, I can't see my screen here. There we go. And it says Brains is now available. I have two monitors stacked in front of each other here, so you see me leaning around one monitor to see the other. So it says Content Unlocked. Brains is now available in Frontier Guardians. So what's interesting about this, scoot around my screen there again, and I'll start Frontier Guardians. Now what's interesting with the code linker in this game is that this is the first and so far only Silver Falls title where code linker can actually bring in monsters from the other Silver Falls titles, and it can make those monsters playable. All right. Okay. And my controller seems to have unplugged itself. I'm going to try and plug my controller back in here. It seems to have gone a little funny. Okay, and it seems my controller is working again. Now, you'll see I have some characters unlocked. Oxa will be the first selected character, and we'll also have gold available from the start as well. Okay. So Oxa is quite interesting in that she's quite a defensive character in that she generally has a pretty good amount of uses to shield and perform a shield attack, whereas Gold is pretty good at his special attack. We also have Bull, who comes in from Silver Falls Undertakers, and I'll let you discover that for yourself, and Honard, who comes in from Ghoul Busters. Ghoul Busters was originally launched on the 3DS, and it is now available on the Switch in both North America and Europe. I'm going to press the R button here, and you'll see the character, or the monster, that I unlocked. So the code linker allows characters to cross from one Silver Falls game into another. And in this case, Brains is actually a monster. He's not a character. So this is a monster that you likely would have met if you've played Why Inside It's Umbra. And that allows you to play as him. All the monsters have their own individual skills and interesting strategies to them as well. For the time being, I'll go back to playing as a human, but I just wanted to share this fun bit of code linker content for you. And if you own both of these titles, or if you own one title and you know someone who owns another title, then you can get a friend to generate a key code for you in order to unlock new content and allow characters to cross from one game into another. Now, let's get into the strategy of the situation. When you are first starting out in Frontier Guardians, in Guardians and Metal Exterminators, generally you'll probably want to upgrade your power and attack speed. These are these two stats. If I push up and down, I can select power and attack speed, and I think I have upgraded them maybe once. I think I've done maybe 2 missions or so on this save file. So you press R and you can bring up your upgrade selection. I have a weapon on the A button. So your A button allows you to equip one of these permanent weapons here. Now, sport shoes are an excellent weapon. They are very fast and they allow you to combo. So comboing means that you're switching from one weapon to another. If you're just using one weapon over and over again, you're not building up your combo power. Your combo power allows you to do significantly more damage. So I think I'm actually going to equip my sport shoes. This boosts attack speed by 1 for 15 seconds after eating a healing item. So that means that you'll actually have an easier time comboing your weapon attacks together. That's actually already quite beneficial to a weapon that's already fast. Now I have 2 melee weapons and I don't have a ranged weapon, so I think this time around I might take a flamethrower. So early on, I think it's probably a good idea to spend your moose tokens on enhancing weapons if you can, but in this situation I'm not worried about conserving my moose tokens, so I'm going ahead and purchase a flamethrower. So these are one-time use weapons. So every time you finish a mission and you come back to the vending machine, you'll find that the weapons are in fact different. If I select down just a little bit farther, you can see that I can actually upgrade my weapon. So I'm going to press the A button to upgrade my shoes, and it'll say weapon level up. So you see my power has increased. Now if I wanted to add a skill to that, I can press the R button, but unfortunately I don't have enough moose tokens, so I won't be able to add a skill to that. So this allows you to enhance all of your weapons further, and those are your buttons on your weapons on your A button. So anything that I have in this menu, if I had 150 tokens, I can permanently add a skill to that. All of these weapons can have one skill when you find them, and using that vending machine you can add a second skill to that weapon, which lets you build up a great arsenal of really powerful stuff. So my objective here is to use 4 pickup weapons, and the bonus is protect a goat. So I'll have a goat with me. Hopefully I'll be able to play well enough to where I don't let the goat die. So let's go ahead and have a look at Oxa's basic attack with her cryo shield. So you can see as I'm using her cryo shield, the combo power doesn't really increase. Now this enemy can deal damage on contact. I'm going to use my flamethrower on him and trying to hit him from a distance. You can see it doesn't really do that much damage. I've picked up a weapon here, and my objective is to use 4 of those. So you only get experience points by defeating enemies. So you can see if I use my shield and then use the flamethrower, you can see that the flamethrower does extra damage afterward. Alright, throw out some dynamite. Cool. Taking down some enemies. And you can see that diving maneuver comes from my combat shoes. The combat shoes let you do some great combos. I want to get my goat out of there as I don't really want my goat to die, per se. And I can build up my combo power, and you can see I'm doing a fair bit more damage as my combo power increases. So again, it's up to you to figure out where those combos are in terms of linking weapons together. They're all quite different in the way that weapons connect. Some weapons connect into other weapons better, and of course the number of the hit in the actual combo chain affects how well those attacks link together. So I think I've defeated a few enemies already. Go ahead and use my combat shoes, and I'll just show you a bit more of how the combat shoes can really play into things, because it can get you out of difficult situations as well. You can see that it lets me dodge out of there. So it's quite a good dodging maneuver. Ouch. And this is a good way to keep myself safe. Oh no, okay, so I've personally, I was having so much fun with the combat shoes, I actually let my goat die. I shouldn't have been messing around with the enemies just then, so I will not be receiving a boosted upgrade, a boosted reward, which is unfortunate, but that was my fault because I didn't play keeping that objective in mind. So in this particular situation, I won't be receiving that bonus. Great, I'll pick up this weapon. This is a nice trap. Go ahead and drop that. And that completes my mission. So I used 4 pickup weapons, but I did not protect the goat. I should have played a bit more carefully. So you can see I've earned some experience points and some tokens. I'll hold the A button there to open my reward, and I have got a shotgun, and I have a move speed boost. So that means if I were to equip that shotgun, I would actually move faster. Let's see. All right. So it does feel like my character is moving quite a bit faster now. And again, I keep saying combat shoes, I meant to say sport shoes. So there are characters who move quite a bit slow, so having this shotgun would actually be very good for that character. It would allow them to move faster. Certain characters start out quite slow. For example, Bull, Brandish, and Honard, and also Maverick move quite a bit slow as well. So giving them this shotgun would be a great way to do that. I'll go ahead and open my upgrade menu now, and I can see that I've got 53 experience points. What can I upgrade? Unfortunately, I don't have enough points to upgrade my power, nor can I upgrade my attack speed. My movement speed I can upgrade, so let's go ahead and click on that. Now, in this particular situation, maybe it wasn't a great decision. Generally, when you're first starting out and your stats are quite low, it's good to upgrade your power and your attack speed. Your attack speed makes it easier to link your combos together, and your power affects your overall damage output. Your special attack here also lets you use your special attacks more often, and this is your shield or your armor energy, so it lets you use your shield attack more often as well. And this would be your maximum health as well. Now, I've had some people ask questions about the toughness stat. The toughness is how much stun time your character receives when they are hit. Your character, you'll see, gets knocked back, and then you're unable to take action after you get hit. Your toughness stat will decrease the amount of stun that you have after hits. So for example, some characters start out quite tough. Let's go ahead and check out Bull Brandish and see what his stats are like. You can see his toughness stat is quite high compared to Ox's, but his movement speed is very slow. This makes it quite a bit difficult for him to deal with objectives that rely on high mobility, in which case it's better to use faster characters. Just for fun, let's go ahead and see what's in the vending machine at the moment. Alright, hey! Cryospray is quite fun. We have the Scythe and the Space Sword. Let's see what the Space Sword looks like. It only costs 15, which is a pretty good price. Alright, so I got a weapon and it says it only lasts one mission. So this is pretty fun here. Let's see how it works. Alright, it looks like I can get some combos out of this guy. Looks like this one has a 4-chain in terms of hits, so that will allow me to build up my attacks pretty nicely. My controller seems to be having some issues here. Go ahead and unplug it and plug it back in. There we go. And just for fun now, let's go ahead and swap over and play as some Exterminators. We have unlocked Brain through the code linker system, and I hope that if you pick up this game, you'll also pick up some other monsters from other Silver Falls titles as well. So let's go ahead and pick up Cryo Lore here. Alright, and there's a funny visual glitch, and I'll probably address it in an upcoming patch, but it was something that wasn't caught until very late, and it was just a harmless visual glitch, that if a character for the humans had picked up a vending machine weapon, in certain situations, if he swapped to the monsters in a certain way, it would be visible. The monster would be holding that in the camp. But it doesn't have any effect on the gameplay. I don't have any monster weapons, but let's go ahead and try and do a mission as the monster. So it says pop 8 balloons, and the bonus is take less than 200 damage. Let's go ahead and try that. And I certainly hope that if people are enjoying all the Silver Falls games, that they'll go ahead and try and connect all the games and see what monsters from other Silver Falls titles can show up in this one, and see what of their favorite characters can show up as well. So this is quite a good weapon, as the Brains monster, which isn't his official name, it's just a funny little nickname, he only has a close range attack, so having something like a Cryo Spray is quite good, as that allows him to deal with enemies from a distance. Now in general he's not very strong, but I'll explain his special skill to you in just a moment. So enemies function a little bit differently when they pick up weapons. If you see this weapon here, I'm actually able to drop a radiation zone, and that allows me to damage those enemies without me having to engage them personally. And you can see I'm running low on health here, so I'm actually going to play quite smart. Now, when it comes to objectives where you need high mobility, this is a good monster to use. As you can see, he moves quite fast, so it allows me to maneuver around the animals that are trying to kill me. Hopefully I can pop just enough balloons and slow down these enemies long enough. Uh-oh, I'm getting killed here. I just need to find a couple more balloons. I'm going to use my special attack to knock the enemies back just a little bit, and I'll use my shield attack. I'm going to hold L, activate my shield attack, and that should knock the enemies back, and that'll keep them off my back just a little while. And I'll do my shield attack one more time. I'll hold down my shield. So you can see Brains is quite good at protecting himself, as he has a high stat for using shields. I'm going to hold my shield attack again. And I just got to find a couple more balloons. How many more? Man, they're really bloodthirsty. I'll do another shield attack here just to drive them back a bit. There we go. They're quite persistent, aren't they? So I'm going to try moving into the north east section now. Oh, good thing I got a little bit of health just then. Do my armor attack. And you can see my health is going up when I use my armor, which is very convenient for me. Otherwise, I think I would have failed the mission by now. Come on, I just gotta find them balloons. Here we go. Drop those. I'll take this, I'll use that item, and then I'll see what this can do for me. This is a whole new special attack. Oop. Use my shield. They're really getting me, aren't they? And luckily my shield knocks them back, and it also restores a little bit of my health. So I seem to have a pretty high... I might be just having a whip, a sort of a mid-range whip attack, which is able to hit one of those enemies there with my star, a weapon that I picked up. So if I can just find one more balloon here. My cryospray, unfortunately, it's a fast weapon, and it's mid-range, but it doesn't really have that much stopping power, unfortunately. Alright, I got my last balloon, that's great. So unfortunately, I took more than 200 damage. Let's go ahead and open my reward, but at least I got my 56 moose tokens and 70 EXP. So I have Vomit Shot and Flame Balloon. Let's go ahead and see what that skill does. I'll press my A button now, and I'll read Flame Balloon. It boosts the power of fire weapons by 50% for 10 seconds after breaking a balloon. So that'd be pretty great on that mission. But unfortunately, I don't even have a fire attack. But if I go to this section here, sometimes I can have a fire weapon show up. Right now, there isn't one. There's radioactive bile and acid spray. And sometimes you can get fire weapons from the field as well. So that is how gameplay is actually a little bit different from the monsters versus the humans. I think it would be a great idea to level up my health. So for this particular situation, I'm going to level up his health. It's gone up by 20 points, which is quite nice. So you can see the speed's quite high. His toughness is low, but what I think I will do is increase his power as well. Let's go ahead and jump into one more mission. Let's see, radioactive bile and acid spray. I'll try acid spray. Let's just see how that works. Now you may have noticed this daily skill soda down at the bottom. If I press X, I'll spend 50 moose tokens and I will pick up the daily skill soda. That is a random skill that gets attached to your character, and they will have access to that skill for the rest of the day until midnight. After midnight, they lose access to the skill. So I have to defeat 30 enemies. I forgot to equip... what a shame. What a shame. I did not equip my A weapon that I picked up. So now I have that new attack. Ouch. This is going to be very tough. I forgot to equip that A weapon here. Ouch. I've received damage. I'm certainly getting killed here. Alright. Cool, I can drop these radiation fields. But I think I'm going to get killed here. This is a mission that requires a tougher character with more health and ability to deal with hordes. So you'll notice as you play through the various missions that certain characters are better suited to certain objectives. In this situation, because this monster's movement speed is quite high, if you have a mission that requires you to explore the map pretty quickly, this is a good character, but when it comes to combat, this character is not very good at that. So you'll really need to level up his stats more before he's going to be a good character for that. I think I'll go ahead and just die now. Oh, let this guy just defeat me and let me return to camp, please. I've been defeated. Let's return to camp, and we'll have a look at this character, or this monster's stats. Now, you may have noticed earlier when I was activating my shield attack or my armor that I was restoring some of my health. So you can see Vampire Armor restores some of his health when blocking an attack. You can actually even upgrade that so that it has a stronger effect. So at the moment I don't have enough experience points. It says it costs 50 to upgrade that, and for my signature attack that costs 50 as well. So hopefully you enjoy leveling up all of these characters and playing as some of your favorite monsters and some of your favorite characters. Before we sign out, we'll go ahead and have a look at Bull Brandish from Undertakers. If you have Undertakers on Wii U, which launched last week, or Undertakers on the 3DS, which is out on all 3DS models in all regions, you'll be able to use Code Linker and you can add Bull Brandish from Undertakers into this game. We did have a quick look at him earlier, but we didn't really look at his skills. So Ghoul Brandish is a great character if you're worried about taking damage. He starts out with a fair bit of health, and he has a skill called Trap Expert, so it boosts the damage of trap weapons by 80. So you'll find sometimes in the stages you'll have bear traps, and they don't always show up, they randomly appear. They can do significant damage, and when you boost that damage by 80%, it makes dealing with certain missions much easier. So when you want to view the story events from your characters, let's just try Oxa. What you'll have to do is upgrade your stats, and as you upgrade your character's stats, their story events will play out. Now, it looks like I don't have enough experience points, but if I did, if I kept leveling up, that would progress through her story, and we could see more of this character's history and their events going forward and their character arc. You can see I've only completed 10% of her story, and I haven't done that much. I have 33 on Harnard and Bull, and 0% on Gold. But as you play through the story for Oxa and Gold, you will also unlock more playable characters and more monsters. So I hope this has been useful to you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment here. You can DM at Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and you can even join the Discord where we can chat about all kinds of games, and you can even hear about upcoming Silver Falls releases early, and I'll be sharing some exclusive details there. So please take care of yourselves, and I hope you enjoy this new release. So this is now available in the 3DS eShop in North America only, and it's exclusive to the new 3DS. I hope you've enjoyed hearing about this game and seeing some tips and tricks, and we'll see you around in Silver Falls.